Good afternoon and welcome to Council Recap, where we provide a synopsis of the events and decisions that were made at last night's council meeting. I'd like to begin by recognizing that we're on the unceded and traditional territory of the Semiahmoo First Nation and broader territory of the Coast Salish peoples. Last night, first of all, I'd like to start by inviting everybody to a free skating session happening tomorrow, Wednesday, October the 5th at Centennial Arena to kick off our skating season in White Rock. The free skating session takes place from 6:30 to 7:45 and includes admission as well as skate rental. I hope you can make it out and we can have a little bit of fun. Get out there and try those blades on for the first time this year. Before I recap last night's highlights, I want to offer a reminder that the complete council summaries are available on the city's website. Now, key highlights. Members of the White Rock Event Society appeared before council to discuss plans for the 2023 White Rock Sculpture Competition. Yes, folks, we're talking about 2023 and events already. Council supported a recommendation to provide $30,000 in assistance in preparation for the 2023 event. Council also awarded a contract for an additional play structure for Emerson Park to Habitat Systems in the amount of $131,771. The additional play structures is a climbing feature for children age 5 to 12. So we already have things for the younger folks down there, and now we're going to expand it to 5 to 12-year-olds. Council received the 2022 annual reports from each of the council's select committee. Also, earlier in the evening, the committee volunteer appreciation ceremony took place to help thank those members of our advisory and other councils. They are truly dedicated and wonderful volunteers within our community. Council received recommendations from two of the city's advisory committees. First, the Economic Development Advisory Committee, where council supported a recommendation to direct staff to develop a business welcome package for new and reoccurring business license permits applicants in the city, contained in the economic summary for White Rock. And council endorsed a recommendation from the Environment Advisory Committee regarding vegetation control on the hump. Again, if you go to our website and go to last night's council meeting, you'll get more of the specifics there. Further consideration will be included then in the 2023 budget, which will take place or be done this fall after, of course, our elections. Council received written and in-person submissions regarding the authorization for construction of the Helen Fathers Center Street Walkway, and that is bylaw 2445. Final reading of the bylaw was tabled for future council meetings, so an incoming council will have an opportunity to deal with that particular bylaw. Council adopted bylaw 2397, permitting a 3-story, 53-unit development comprised of mixed ground orientation and stacked townhouses, and corresponding development permit 4021 for the following addresses: 15631 Russell, 1509, 1529, 1539, and 1549 Maple Street, and those permits were issued. Council adopted 3 resolutions which will be provided to Metro Vancouver for consideration, which request the following: that Metro Vancouver, 1, facilitate collaboration and consultation between the City of White Rock and other member municipalities, First Nations, and those surrounding the White Rock area in a preliminary development of long-range and current planning policies and initiatives. And this has to do primarily with the work that will be done north of 16th Avenue or North Bluff in the area of Semiahmoo Mall. The second one is pending approval of Metro Vancouver 2050, which has not been agreed to yet, planned to convene a working group to jointly plan the development of Semiahmoo Town Centre between the City of White Rock, the City of Surrey, Semiahmoo First Nations, TransLink, and Metro Vancouver. And lastly, commission a study of the potential effects that may result to our nearby aquifer as a result of the developments in the Campbell Heights area, just to the east of us in Surrey and then South Surrey and South Langley area. And council also adopted a resolution to work with the White Rock Farmers Market for a memorial bench to be placed on Russell Avenue facing the Wailing Wall in memory of Councillor Helen Fathers and for her love and support of our community. Before we go, I just want to remind you that the election takes place on Saturday, the 15th of October, which is coming up in less than 2 weeks now. There are 3 ways to vote. Number 1, vote on election day, October the 15th, at the White Rock Community Center, at the Centennial Arena, or at Kent Street Activity Center. 2, vote in advance on October the 5th, 6th, and 11th at the White Rock Community Center, or lastly, vote by mail by contacting the Chief Elections Officer. Contact information is available on whiterockcity.ca/elections. Take a look at the candidates. Have a look at who's running for council and for the mayor's position this year. It'll be easier that way to make a decision as to who you think is best positioned to be able to run our community for the next 4 years. And with that, I want to thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.